and what a great day to sew something wonderful. I'm Kia with Kia B, and I'm so excited to be back here with you today. I am just coming to you in very raw form, and that is okay. Today I was just like, let me back up and say, I set a goal yesterday to film today, and we went to church this morning, and it is more important for me to be at church right now than to be in makeup and my absolute Sunday best. And getting out of the house now is considerably more difficult. So this morning I thought it's far more important for me to actually be there than it is to be in my Sunday best. So I chose that, and then I thought, well, that means I can't film. And then I thought, why? Why does that mean I can't film? So I'm just coming to you very raw today, and it's going to be fine. It's going to be lovely because I actually get to film and connect with you guys. And one of my favorite things is connecting with you in the comments and all the things and on Instagram. And I've really just missed you people. So I'm very excited to be back and filming. Doesn't mean I'm back forever. Doesn't mean I'm going to be on any sort of routine, but it means that I get to film today. And that I feel like is what's important. So, we're just going to take this as it is. I will tell you, I have lots to show you, lots to really talk about and, share with you, but it's in no order whatsoever. No order whatsoever. So I thought I would just go, and we'll come across whips and we'll come across haul when we do, and that will be just fine. So first, how are you doing? How have you been? I don't know how long it's been since I filmed, but I'm not even gonna touch on that. What Flosstubes have you been watching recently? I watched Caitlin yesterday. Have you seen Caitlin? It's Stitch, Read, Repeat. Caitlin is my Sunday friend. And I say that because a few years ago at StitchCon, Caitlin and I met, and ever since then, like 3 years in a row, we would just meet on Sundays. Like, she would come over to my table on Sundays, and we would just kind of sit and chat and like see how our year is going. And so yeah, she started a Flosstube. It is amazing. Her first one is like an hour long, and she goes through all of her whips, and it was so good. It's so fun to see like what she's stitching and all the things. So check her out if you have not yet. It was a good little whip parade. I know she's going to StitchCon this week. I am not going to StitchCon this year, so I won't get to see my Sunday friend, but that's okay. I know she's gonna have a fantastic time. I also have been watching, I have been so incredibly inspired lately by Flosstube, like incredibly inspired by Flosstube. There was so many months, honestly, that I wasn't able to like sit and watch Flosstube. And so I don't know, I've just like, it's like I just can't get it. I've fallen in love with my stitching all over again. It's like I cannot get enough. Now that school is over and all the things, there's like not a homeschool expectation for myself as a mom. And so anyway, very long story short, I've just been very inspired by Flosstube in the last several months. Tara Sullivan, Sully Stitches. I love Tara. I finished watching her Flosstube, and I was like, I need to make progress on my things. Like, I watched her Flosstube, and it didn't make me want to start all the things. It made me want to work on the things that I already have in my whip pile. And so I'm looking this direction because my whip pile is kind of huge. I've got quite the library of whips, but that's okay. And so watching her, I was just like, I want to make so much progress on my own stuff and get my own stuff done and like really focus on that. Annie B's, the girls over there, they're just so funny anyway. So I've never watched Anne of Green Gables, and for whatever reason I have really wanted to watch that. So I think I'm gonna try to do something and watch Anne of Green Gables. They mentioned it in their last video. What else have I been watching? I have watched Caroline and Evertote. I watched them. I've watched Caroline and Carrie on their like joint Flosstube. I've actually placed an order there. What else? I'm gonna forget because I have watched everybody. Of course, I've watched all my friends. Holly's channel, Hobbies of Holly, has just been fantastic when she updates. All of them have been so good. So good. So that's really fun if you've not been watching Holly. Everyone's talking about her. She's amazing. Of course you should watch her. I, of course, have been watching like all my normals, like Missy and Kathy, Two Needles Pulling Thread. Is it Lady Huzzah, who I normally watch? Kim, the Contented Needleworker. I mean, I've just really, it's like I wake up at 5:30 in the morning to watch Flosstube. And that sounds crazy, but it's like I go in our projector room and I turn it on. It's dead silent in my house. That's where I watch it. And I just have several hours because I have teenagers and preteens now. Teenager and preteen. And so they don't wake up till 11 on a good day. And so I just have several hours to myself where I can just stitch and watch whatever I want. And it doesn't have to include any video games or anything like that. So anyway, with that being said, I had texted my friends, I don't remember, one day, and I said my algorithm for YouTube is really messed up. The kids they only have like 3 channels they're allowed to watch. But they watch them like every time a new video is out, the kids are asking to watch it. So that is like all my feed is, because I wasn't watching Flosstube for so long, is video game and art things. So I think I've told you guys about Art Hub for Kids before. Art Kids Hub, Art Hub for Kids, Art for Kids Hub. It's some combination of those words. And when our Peanut has been on bed rest a lot, the kids will turn on that, and his family like teaches you how to draw and color. It's so fun. But they have a video game channel now too as a family. So anyway, you guys don't care about that. Okay, let's keep talking about stitching. Like I said, I have no order to things. I have not ironed anything per usual. And I thought just turning on the camera and talking is probably best. And then we'll get into, we'll just get into it. Okay, at the top of my pile, only because it's at the top of my pile. Have you guys been to Joann's lately? Are they closing or are they not closing? I feel like I've heard that they're going out of business, but then maybe I haven't. I'm not sure. Anyway, I found this journal at Joann's when, I'll just be very honest with you, I was looking for poop emoji stickers because that is very important in our home, and I was trying to create a potty chart. Anyway, and I saw these on an end cap. This is actually like embroidery thread cross-stitched into this journal. It's so pretty. And I thought, well, this is gorgeous. And I think it was like $10 maybe. And I thought, oh, I love a good journal. And at first I was gonna do my whips in here, but then I would have to count them. And maybe I don't want to know how many whips I have. I don't know. So I just thought that was really cute. They had several. This one, it was the only one that was cross-stitched. Some of the other ones were just like a normal embroidery. Gorgeous. In fact, I bought one as a graduation gift for someone. I also have a crick in my neck today, so if I look weird, it's because I look weird. Okay, I'm trying to move everything around. Okay, one of the things I was really like wanting to work on, and I took this with us when we had some things going on, but last year, friends and I had visited Craft Gallery, and they had this hang on the wall because it is a Craft Gallery exclusive, and it was gorgeous. And anyway, I'll just hold it up. I've talked about this before, and Holly's talked about it on her channel. This is In His Image by Teresa Kogut. And I wanted to pull this out. Now, Teresa Kogut did something very kind for Holly and I. Not just for Holly and I. It is available to anyone if you email her. She took out one of these little boys and put a little boy in a wheelchair. And so I wanted to, just get some work done on this. And so this was part of my 5:30 in the morning stitching time. Now before when I started this at Stitch Away this year. And I got frustrated because I didn't have all the floss, and I thought I did. And so I only had, like, I'll show you where I was. Here's where I'm at now. I only had this slanted line and this stem with 2 leaves. So that is where I'm at now. And this is ghosting quite a bit, but I actually love it. I love how you can only see it like in certain light. Somebody else talked about ghosting in their Flosstube. Maybe it was Tara. I don't know, but I really liked it a lot doing that. And in the model, you can see the shop model, or you can see the model for this at the shop craft gallery. And then they also had somebody in their community stitch it. It is very, very light. Even in the photo, you won't be able to see it on camera. There are smokestacks here and here. And so I thought, oh, I actually really like that. So, now the problem will be when we get to the church that's in the middle of this. That church is the same color, but the church is outlined. So maybe we won't have that big of an issue. So anyway, I'm up to the children now. So next time I pick this up will be the kids. And I'm so excited about that. I really am. I need to print it off and stick it in here because right now it's just sitting in my email. But it was so kind of Teresa to do that for our community. And so to make that a little bit more inclusive, which is so nice. Nice of her to do that. Okay, if I throw these on the floor, they're gonna get cat hair all over them. Okay, speaking of cat hair, this one has a lot because the cats did lay on this one. Okay, up next, let's see. Oh, this is a new start. It was going to be a birthday gift and I just really fell behind quite a lot, and that's okay. So I love this. This is called Stitching Sisters by Chessie and Me. Isn't that so pretty? That house I love so much. And I got a good start on this. I'll look and see if I know what fabric this is. Oh, I didn't look at the other fabric. That other fabric from Teresa Kogut, I'll pull back out and tell you in a second. So that was my new start. There I'm at. I love this color here, and I will tell you what that is in just a second. Let's see. There is some over one stitching in here that I did not know about, but I'm gonna be a big girl. It's gonna be just fine. Okay, this fabric is not listed. I don't know what it is. I'm so sorry. That is not helpful. Oh, you know what? That color of floss is a Holly Neal bought a bunch of color and cotton like off the sale thing, and so it says floss 130, but I think it's a different kind of dye lot. So that's what this is. It's reading very green on camera and it's not at all. So it's like a one-time thing. It's not. She bought like a Hank sale of like mist dyes and shared them with us. Okay, let me see if I know I can tell you what this fabric is from Teresa Kogut. So the Teresa Kogut fabric, of course I dropped it. You know what's not fun is picking something up when you have a crick in your neck. Okay. It is a 40 count color and cotton in the color Tumbleweed. So 40 count. This is going to be huge. The stitch count is rather large, 355 by 277. So we're in it for the long haul on that one. Okay, let me move these so I don't get them mixed up. Did you guys buy these bags? because everyone's buying these bags. They're fantastic. I think everyone was buying these bags for kits, but I don't know. I really like them just as general project bags. Okay, this one, oh, I started this. A bunch of people were starting this, and I don't want to be left out of anything, and I really like this. And so I started Channing Street by Annie B's. Very cute. And here is how far I got with that. I did it on a weekend. I think several people that were going to a retreat together. So I kind of just, I'm hard to love people. Okay. That's not how it goes. This is how it goes. So that's my piddly little start. There it is. So that's Channing Street. And this fabric, I am really bad. I don't have the fabric name for this either. I usually will stick it on my floss ring, and I didn't do that at all. So sorry, I'm not a very good floss tuber then, huh? I do know it's a 46 count. And all my, not all, most of my 46 count is Bee Stitch Me because I belong to her club. Just so I can get this out of the way, because it's sitting right in front of me, I had a new start yesterday. This is Be Kind to One Another, A. Hawking, 1879, from Hands Across the Sea. I have jumped off full, like, just no life raft. I just thought this is so cute. It says, be kind to each other, the night's coming, let me read the poem. Be kind to each other, the night's coming on, when friend and when brother perchance may be gone. Perchance. Yikes. I do know how to read, and we homeschool our children. This is on the hoop because I am currently working on it. So I am doing a floss kit version because I just wanted to. And this floss right here is a Bee Stitch Me. Do you see how, oh gosh, I can't even lift my arm. Okay, do you see how like variegated this floss is? This is called Garden Party, if you want to know. So I started with this floss and said, I want this as the border, and then I have the full line of sulky threads, and so I pulled all these colors from the sulky and started using them on the inside of that work. So I just started this yesterday. Got some good stitching time in last night. Okay, so with that being said, I want to show you something I bought. I was able to get out of the house on Friday for a little bit, and I went to Cincinnati. We live like an hour and a half on a good day from Cincinnati, depending on like where we're going. The place that we were going, we were 2 hours from. But I went to Charm at the Farm, which is a really fun like vintage market. Tons of like boutiques have tents, and it's very, very cute. They do it 3 times a year. And Friday I went and I picked up this tray from Union Farm. It is, they call it a barn find, meaning it's only one of a kind tray. So there's not any that look like this, like with this specific wood, I mean. And so I bought this cute little tray and then its matching little thing. And I just throw this on the couch in the projector room, and it just holds all my scissors and stuff. This is my color palette that goes along with this guy for that hats piece. So anyway, just throw that all on there. Okay, let me move that out of the way. That's okay, you can still see it. I had grand plans in May to work on my, I think Joy and Missy called it the building block Sal, maybe. And I was gonna do May or May Not. You know what? That's the last time I filmed. I talked about how I might do May or May Not. And that was like, gosh, in March or April. And I talked about that, but May kind of fell apart for us. So the end of April and May fell apart. So anyway, so I was gonna work on my my Hawk Run Hollow, which I am doing the houses of Hawk Run Hollow. And I was gonna touch, I was gonna combine the building blocks out and may or may not. And I was gonna work on this every day for 6 days. If I worked on it every day for 6 days, then on the 7th day I could start something new. And I didn't work on it at all. But I've worked on it since I filmed last, I think. I don't know. I say that. Again, I have not ironed or anything, so sorry. Okay, here I am. I even have a hanging thread. So there's where I'm at. So I have a whole block done, and then I'm into my second block. I actually forgot that I'd even started that cow. So there's where I'm at. This is a 46 count. Let me get my project card out. It is a 46 count Bee Stitch Me in the color Honey. It's a really good neutral. It does just pull yellow, so I would use it more for fall things. Like, and this color palette pulls fall to me. So, okay, there's that. Okay, when I was shopping, this is back in like, oh, it was at the end of March because we had family pictures made in a town close to here called, we call it Brown County or Nashville, Indiana, but it's got some like cute little shops and things in it. We had done just a little bit of shopping since we got everyone dressed and ready and out the door for family pictures. We thought, let's just make a day of it as long as Peanut can last. And so we went to a few stores and look what I found. They have a cute little like primitive store. Look at these cute little mug rugs. So this one's like the size of a dinner plate, and then this one. And I just thought, gosh, they'd be so cute like on my little stitching table. And I should have grabbed it, but I have lap tables from IKEA, and they were just like IKEA's natural wood color. And a couple of weeks ago, I stained them and adhered fabric to them and then hard coat the top so that the fabric, like it makes it wipeable and the fabric doesn't stain, and it makes it hard. It doesn't make it like fabric at all. So I did that, and I thought these would be really cute sitting on top of it because I typically do use a stand or a table when I stitch. So with that being said, I'll have to flip around and grab, let me just do that right now because I will forget. I bought myself a gift. And my gift is not in here. Okay, well, I'll have to just tell you what I bought myself. That worries me a little bit. Let me grab it. It's actually right behind the camera. Okay, you probably saw more of me than you wanted to. I bought myself a Pitoki stand. Oh, it looks neon yellow. It is not. It is a very primitive yellow. It is not neon in any regard. That really doesn't make it any better. It is a very primitive yellow. It is not banana like what it's reading. I was on Hobby House one night. I was just searching on Hobby House, actually looking for some gifts, and they by chance had Pitoki stands, but they only had the yellow one available. I later learned that the next day all of them were available, but that's okay because the yellow one's kind of perfect for me. So I have not used it yet. I'm too scared. But I bought myself that. So when I say I use a table, it's because I like to use stands. This is the Not Forgotten Farm stand. It's in the intro to my videos. So that's the Not Forgotten Farm stand. This is the Pitoki stand. I got this from Hobby House. I got that from Not Forgotten Farm. And then I also have the Elan stand. I like that as well. It doesn't travel as well as I think this one will. I don't travel much, but anyway. Okay, I got some new fabric because I am in the fabric of the month. I get 46 count fabric of the month from Bee Stitch Me. So let me do the ugly crinkling to show you this fabric because this is gorgeous. This is Gray Magic. This is not a color I had. I have been in the club long enough now that I've gotten repeats, which is totally fine because I use my fabric. But I have not gotten this color yet. And look how gorgeous this is. It is gray. It is not purple. I think on the camera it's pulling a little purple. It is definitely not purple. It is a blue gray. So I think that's beautiful. I don't stitch Halloween, but Halloween would be gorgeous on it. And then I also get the floss pack that comes with it. This is a really pretty floss pack. This reminds me of the hats that I'm working on right now. That's kind of that same color scheme. Okay. Okay, I have made some other purchases as well. Okay. Oh, I've watched Shelly too. Have you guys watched Shelly, Antique Needleworkers? I've done that. I have a finish. I think I've shown you that. Oh no, I haven't shown you. Okay, so I have a start and a finish. I'm not going to go into the story. I don't need to. But we have been in and out of the hospital. A lot of end of April and March. There were several days. Anyway, and when I got back, I was just really struggling. And so I wanted to start a SAL. And it's still open. Just because I finished it doesn't mean you can't work on it yourself. But I bought this pattern from My Big Toe Designs, and it is Great Is Thy Faithfulness. You can get it on Etsy or from mybigtoedesigns.com. And I started this and got a finish on it. So I did this with my own sulky conversion. So there's Great Is Thy Faithfulness. So that was like it was a good stitch. It was good for me to like have something to focus on and kind of work through. I think we talk about that a lot, working through our stitches. So it was good for me to do that. Okay. In our little friend group, some of our little friends, no, how do I want to say that? Anyway, long story short. We have 3 girls that have birthdays really close together. And Teresa, Garden Goose Stitcher, and I really like cats. So does Holly Neal. And our 3 birthdays are all right to get like within a couple weeks of each other. And so I had I had forgotten that we were going to do just like starter hats for our birthday. And I just went rogue and was like, oh, you can buy this one if you want to and stitch it for me. So all of that to say, I want to start the one that Teresa is doing for her birthday too, like specifically because I loved it. And then I have one that I'm starting for my birthday. And then Holly actually picked Kathy Barrick. So I have all the birthday sales ready to go. I have not picked fabric yet. So this is Teresa's birthday start. I don't know if she's like doing an official birthday start. Anyway, I'm stumbling over my words. So this is Margaret Ferguson from Hands Across the Sea. And it's a Scottish sampler. And I just think the colors are beautiful. I love the yellows. I just think it's so pretty. So, and I went all DMC on this one. So I need to card these and pick a fabric. To do that, her birthday is at the beginning of July. And so we're going to start that. For hers, I love it. I think it's so cute. It's like a little birthday start. Holly Neal picked Vibrant Flowers from Kathy Barrick. So if you want to start that if you want to start, maybe I shouldn't have filmed today. If you want to start this for Teresa's birthday, it's Margaret Ferguson. Vibrant Flowers is going to be Holly's birthday start. And I ordered this from Hillside Rookery, and she sent me the cutest little package, and it's got all the floss, the silks in there that you need just for this project. So what I don't know is if there's enough floss to do this and this, but for sure this. So I just think that's beautiful. So that's going to be Holly's birthday start. And then my birthday start, I actually picked several months ago, but then wavered because I have loved getting to love hats. Does that make sense? Like over the last several months, I've just really enjoyed like getting to know Hands Across the Sea and her patterns, and like, anyway, one of her retreats is a bucket list item for me for sure. So I chose Sarah Millthorpe. I know my friend Jane is going to start this with me for my birthday too. And so is Holly. And so, you guys have all seen this. I think it's beautiful. I really want an overly grungy fabric like this, and I don't think I have one. So let's see, what is it actually called for? Creme Brulee. Creme Brulee by Tabby Cat. So, and I splurged because that's my birthday start. I bought all the 103s. I've never stitched with 103s before, but I got them all. Which leads me to my next purchase. So that's going to be my birthday start this year. My birthday is also at the beginning of July. And so that's going to be my birthday start if you would like to join. If you would just like to join us in general, we're just doing stitch hats for July birthdays. Which leads me to my next purchase, because the ice cube trays. Have you all heard about this? The ice cube trays? So Shelly talked about it a little bit. She and Holly have both been like on the hunt for ice cube tray, like for your 103s. Anyway, so I thought, let me buy some with lids. That way they don't slide out, and that way I can protect them from children's fingers and cat hair. But I would tell you not to buy these that I bought, so I'm not even going to link them, because while they fit in there and they fit just fine, I have to stagger them, and these are way too wide. I think the girls are much smaller, so, but I bought them, and just my Sarah Millthorpe is in 2 different ones. It's fine. It works just fine. The other thing I bought that I thought would work, and this is perfect, this is also silicone. It's just like a little silicone pouch. It would work perfect. The 103s are this exact size, so are the silky spools, except for Sarah Millthorpe just had too many. So I can use this for a sulky spool one later on that just has smaller. Like if I were taking the hats that I just started yesterday, all of them could fit in here just fine. Okay, so that's that. When I bought Sarah Millthorpe, I also bought Queen of the May because it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So, Hannah Green, 1826 is the 2024 Queen of the May. I just think it's gorgeous. Okay. The other thing is, do you remember maybe last time or a couple of times ago when I said I was going to work on my 12 by 12 all year long? I have not done that, but I did work a little bit on this one, and I have hanging threads. So this is just a black miniature sampler from Sampler and Antique Needlework magazine. Sampler and Antique Needlework Quarterly. So I got a little bit of stitching on this. Okay, so this is my project that I decided, it was on this hoop. I decided that I was committing to working on this project in two-handed stitching. I put it on a tray and I was doing two-handed. So the stitches are not as perfect as I would like them, but there's a learning curve to doing two-handed stitches. And so I was committed to this project being so small. I was like, that's fine. That's how I'm going to do it. So that is this project. I'm going to have a project that I allow to be not perfect so that I can really help myself learn that method well. So, okay. The rest in here is just some haul fabric. So 40 count color and cotton. Both of those colors came. Yeah, you don't need to see it's like normal haul things. It's just fabric and floss. Okay, so that's kind of what I've been stitching. I did not pull well, actually I think I did pull everything I have been stitching because, yeah, for me that was kind of a lot. Okay, let me move these things out of the way. Okay, let's talk about some plans. Let me make sure there's nothing else I wanted to show you. I don't think that there is, other than plans. So I was on a Zoom a couple of weeks ago, and some of the ladies were talking about doing Christmas in July stitching. And I love a good theme to get me working on my whips. And I think I've talked about this on here a lot, but I have a Christmas tree room in my house. It is our old foyer, and I all of my Christmas trees stay decorated, and they wheel out to that room, and Tech Guy puts them out there. And so that's where they live all summer long, or I mean all like off season. And so I thought Christmas in July would be so, my kids would love that. My kids would think that is so cool, and it would give us something to look forward to and plan with and all the things. So I thought, I'm not an original person, I am a follower. Probably more than people would like me to be. And so I pulled out some Christmas whips. I haven't finalized my plans yet, but I pulled out some plans that I'm gonna keep. I have two projects that I know I'd like to get some focused time in on. One is that Aurifil project that I've shown you 100 times and have restarted 4 times. So this is the Jouet Noel by Susan Akey. You know what? You people have told me how to say that before, and I am now remembering that I don't know how to say it. Susan Ake for Aurifil. And it's a freebie pattern. I don't want to show it to you, but this is a picture of the gist of it. I have started this thing 4 times, and I have changed my colors all of those times because I just was not incredibly happy with them, but I am now. And so I really want to put in a good amount of work on this in July. So this is 46 count willow. It is a green pull, and I've actually got quite a bit of work already done on it. And I can't wait to pick this back up and make this a focus in July. I love my colors so much. I am doing all anchor floss, and so I can't wait to pick this back up, honestly. So this will be my July focus, is this for sure. So it's a freebie pattern. If you would like to, you can go to Aurifil's website and you can print it off for yourself. They also have a smaller version that's just like a Quaker, like a small Quaker, if you would like. So all of my floss, I put all of my, I don't know why I'm holding that up to you. All of my anchor, I put on these kind of bobbins. What are these? These are not called bobbins. Clothespins. So I'm obsessed with my color scheme now. I primmed it. It's so dark now, and I love it so much. It will fit in my house so much better. So yeah, I can't wait to make that a focus for the month of July. And I thought, well, we'll do some fun things because we're not in school in July. I typically do, but I'm not gonna even put that expectation on myself yet. Okay, and then the other one I want to focus on is a prairie schooler that I've had forever, called St. Nicholas. I was able to get the original a few months ago, I think. So St. Nicholas, I still only have this much done of the first one. So I'd really like to put some focus in on this and get some of these guys done. So that will also be a focus. I don't know if I'll split it up a certain way or something, but yeah. This fabric is 40 count Tundra from Lakeside. So it just makes such a pretty, I don't know, Santa background color. So if I could get some of those done, that would be so great. So that's the start of my plans for July. I have a lot of new starts coming in June, the rest of June. I'm going on a trip here in just about a week and a half, and so I'm really looking forward to that. Lord willing, I will be able to leave and go and that will just be a lovely time, and I'm looking forward to it. Some good stitching time. We'll see. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to share with you. I appreciate you watching. I have, like I said, just been so inspired to stitch and stitch and stitch. And when I can, like, I find myself getting up early to be able to stitch. I find myself like going outside and sitting in the sun every day so that I can have like some good stitching time. So anyway, all of that to say, I hope that you are feeling inspired to stitch by the floss tubes that you are watching. And I know there are so many options out there, floss tubes to watch, and I've talked about this a lot on this channel. There are so many options. There are so many fantastic options of floss tubes to watch. And I just appreciate you taking the time to watch mine. So, okay. I hope you guys have a great week. And until I see you again, happy stitching.